Hello everybody and welcome to the first edition of Wrestling Showdown in the month of September. And you know what that means. Yes, it's Resolution 12 month, because coming up in only 19 days, W3L presents its biggest event of the year, Resolution 12, on Friday the 21st of September at the Rothes Halls in Glen Rothes. That is the first of 3 big events we have that weekend. On Saturday the 22nd we head down to England and go to Guiseley, and on Sunday the 23rd we are in Todmorden. Now we know that the king of all evil, Bram, is coming with us on all 3 of those events, along with all your favourite W3L stars, and Resolution 12 is the event that everyone is looking at. England, you got all the Resolution Fallout. I'll tell you how to get your tickets in a bit, but 19 days, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to hang around, considering that we are going to be crowning a brand new women's champion on that event. Will it be Emily Hayden? Will it be Jayla Dark? One of them walks out as a new W3L women's champion. In addition to that, Luke Aldridge has got his request. He wanted Bram and he's getting him in one of the most anticipated matches we have for you at Resolution 12. As if that's not all, it's the main event of Resolution 12. Tenacious Johnny Lyons, the 7 Deadly Sins 2018 winner, challenges the merchandise Mike Musso for the W3L Heavyweight Championship. We've already heard from Johnny Lyons during the week on the W3L network. I'm sure you've seen that already. And he is going to be in action right now here on Showdown. And the man he's facing is another man with a huge match coming up at our biggest event of the year. It's Luke Aldridge. Both these men have got massive tests ahead of them. Lyons versus Musso for the heavyweight title. Aldridge versus Bram. And neither man wants to enter Resolution with a loss under their belt. So these two men going head to head, it's a make or break match for both men. They want momentum on their side. So what will happen as Tenacious Johnny Lyons and Luke Aldridge go one-on-one with only 19 days to go before Resolution 12? Let's find out by going down to ringside for the first of next week's 2 matches.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown, just off the 2 matches we're going to be seeing here this week. And there's no need to try and work out who the more popular member of this match is. It's Johnny Lyons in the black trunks, and he's facing Luke Aldridge in the black singlet. Now calls of the Exile, Luke Aldridge. And we've got 2 men who have both got big matches coming up at Resolution 12 on the 21st of September in Glen Rothes. There's a bell to start this contest. It's 2 men who have got something to prove to certainly each other. They've got a lot of history as well. We can see his jockey for position, Lyons getting the waist lock. Now what happened, of course, is you saw Mike Musso defend the Heavyweight Championship last week. Johnny Lyons is challenging for that title in the main event of Resolution 12, thanks to winning 7 Deadly Sins earlier in the year, showing off those very skills to do so as well. So he takes down Luke Aldridge. And so Mike Musso wants to remain sharp heading into Resolution, as does Lyons. And he said to management, get me a tune-up match. Find me somebody that I can test myself against so I can remain sharp as I head in to challenge for the heavyweight title, which we assume is going to be against Mike Musso. Luke Aldridge, incidentally, and he said to management, I want a tune-up match as well. Over the past couple of weeks we've seen him sending out these cryptic messages to get noticed by management, the W3L fans, and particularly Bram, who returned to W3L at Resolution 12. Aldridge wants to face him. He sent these messages. Bram agreed. Not before he realised that Aldridge was being mentored by the genius Lanny Poffo. It's going to completely change things. He's lying with control of the arm. So he has a huge match coming up at Resolution as well. So both men wanted a tune-up match and somebody to test them leading up to our biggest event of the year, and management said, well, you can face each other. And that's exactly what has happened. Aldridge now with the armbar controlling Johnny Lyons. If you know your W3L history, you'll know that these 2 men are no strangers to each other, former allies, former tag team partners. Of course, they are former tag team champions. See Lyons was like wrestling Luke Aldridge and snaps him down there. collectively called the Noble Lions. Held the tag team championship for about 3 months at the end of 2016. And quite an effective team they made, but they kind of went their separate ways. I mean, Lions ended up hearing cheers from the fans at the start of the year at Remedy. The team sort of dissolved, never officially broke up, and then they crossed paths. This is, in fact, the only time they've ever wrestled before was at Resolution 11 last year in the Golden Ticket ladder match. Aldridge and Lions were both involved, and we thought they were going to team up, but they didn't. They squared off with each other as Aldridge grabs the ropes, trying to break Lions' front face up there. So the team dissolved, but they've never had a proper match against each other. Aldridge not liking the fact that the crowd are on Lions' side, and he really has become very popular over the past few months, and Lions a step ahead. And back to the side headlock. That's big arms Johnny Lyons has. Well, he's a strong man, and he's not in a position of normally being cheered by the fans. It's usually quite the opposite. But they found something they like. They willed him on to victory at 7 Deadly Sins as Aldridge. Oh, both men collide. And Aldridge has been put on the mass of late as well. Been bulking up, his wrestling schedule's been increasing. He's a powerful guy. Maybe they're distributed differently, but I mean, these are two solidly put together men. It's going to be interesting to see who can make the other budge, and so far it's nobody. And even coming off the ropes. Oh, hang on, Lions tried to outsmart Aldridge, gets hung up to try, and eventually gravity gets hold of him and brings him to the floor. And Aldridge going away as far as he can. Lions after him though. Oh, and a big chop right outside the ring. Referee obviously has to be careful. He could end up counting them out. Neither man wants that. Of course, coming up with resolution at the end of this month, you don't want to be going with an injury, and that's what could happen to either of these men, as Lions with a sledge to the chest knocks Luke Aldridge right off that chair. He's right near our camera. And brawling near the bar. I'm not sure when last orders are. Either man's got time to drink. Oh, and right in that metal rail. I mentioned injuries, that could be what we're going to get here. Aldridge just slugging Lions. He's got him trapped on that seat. See, he's pummeling him. Now the referee, he is obviously left the ring. He could just count them out, but he's come after him, knowing how important this match is to both men. Lions now with things going his way, it looks like. And now he's doing it. I guess if one man's doing it, the other is as well. I mean, these men know each other like pretty well, it has to be said. Again, they were a team for quite a while, and very successful they were, as well as Aldridge gets bounced over a couple of tables. And like I say, the team just kind of dissolved and they've gone their separate ways. Aldridge became the exile, as we've seen now, as Lions with that double axe handle. Obviously a security or MC or photographer as well, just keeping everybody back so nobody gets hurt. It's the last time we won a W3L event. Because the down says that Lions and Aldridge cannot win the match on the floor. Go for a chop, and he gets it. Just going to take the breath away from Luke Aldridge. One position this time. Go for it again. Oh, and he moved. Aldridge with that extra burst of speed ducks out the way, and Lions getting his hand worked over. Oh, and Johnny Lions, I think he's maybe has some fingers broken there. That's going to impede him. Lions likes to be able to grab people, throw them around. You can't if your hands don't work. Well, he's still able to slam Luke Aldridge on the floor, and it's a solid floor in this building. No give to that one. Don't know if Lanny Poffo was mentored Luke Aldridge being body slammed on the floor. Who'd have thought not? But I mean, let's look at Bram for a second. I mean, he's got an international reputation. He's been everywhere in a lot of stuff. You saw the carnage he caused when he was last in W3L. He and Aldridge have slightly different styles, but I mean, if Aldridge has been oh, Lions, his feet went right through the ceiling. He has brought the roof down, it looks like. Johnny Lyons nearly got hung up to dry. And a ceiling tile has disintegrated. Not surprised with a good 230-pound man crashing into you. Aldridge in the corner. And he boots him in the face. Aldridge just used that moment that Lyons was recovering to recover himself and goes for a cover. And that's part of the cerebral aspect I was about to mention. Lanny Poffo's been working with Luke Aldridge for strategy, for thinking. Obviously Aldridge puts the work in physically, but Poffo's bringing him a new way of looking at things. And Bram may be in for a big test because, I mean, let's be honest, as good as Bram is, he doesn't have the experience that Lanny Poffo does. Let's be honest, I mean, Poffo has been around for much longer than Bram. He's learned more things, I'm sure. And if he's passed even half the amount of Luke Aldridge, I think Bram's looking at a loss, but also we'll find out at Resolution 12. Johnny Lyons just crawling around the ring. We've heard from him on the W3L network. With the line cutter. Aldridge knew it was coming and raked the back. That line cutter has been a lot of people. Will it beat Mike Musso at Resolution 12? I mean, Lyons has never beaten Musso yet. If he's going anywhere, it should be Glenn Rothers, but I mean, history isn't on his side, has to be said. And Aldridge risking disqualification here. It's almost like he's not interested in a victory in this match. It's like he's almost more interested in just dominance and proving what he can do. Right in the corner, and Lyons collapsing. He went through a lot over 7 Deadly Sins weekend. There's a cover of some sort of cover. It's like a choke referee just checking to make sure both shoulders are down, but next to a 2 anyway. Because Lyons went through the whole tournament, overcame Joey Legend that last man standing final. I mean, even that was, I mean, it was touch and go because it went either way, but it was Lyons that got the Duke. Legend unable to stand up before the count of 10. And then the last time we saw Lyons here in Showdown at the end of August is against Tim Wiley. Hang on with line cutter yet again. Oh, what a move. The clothesline from Heswall folds him in half. He's going to end this one. Luke Aldridge will get the victory, but no. Johnny Lyons kicking out. His heavyweight title match in the main event at Resolution 12 means so much to Johnny Lyons. This is the biggest opportunity in his W3L career. He's never challenged for this title, he's never held this title, and he wants it badly, and we're better than his hometown of Glenrothes. But he's got to be careful, because if he goes in with a loss here, that may impede his momentum as he gets rammed heavily in the corner. And if you know Johnny Lyons, if you know the back problems he had earlier in the year, I mean, he's talked about them at length, that can't be a good move for him. If he goes in with a weakness, Musso will capitalise. Huge fort in the face. I say Musso, of course. Mike Musso has another championship defence coming up here on Showdown in the future. So potentially it's not going to be Lyons versus Musso, but currently it is, so we'll assume that's what it's going to be. Hang on, Lyons got the feet up, but you see he went for the midsection, so he's doubled over. And nails Luke Aldridge. Didn't get the feet up to the face like Aldridge had done, got him in the midsection. Aldridge bent double, and then Lyons dropped in upon him from the middle turnbuckle. If you're applying that count. Lyons recovering, but he does have the crowd on his side. And there's a clothesline. Talk about the clothesline from Heswall. There's a couple of clotheslines from Lyons. Don't think he's got a name for that yet. Unlike this, is the Tenacious Gun. And drops Luke Aldridge face first in the canvas. This will surely end at 1, 2, and somehow Luke Aldridge kicking out. That's a surprise. He went face first at that unforgiving W3L ring. Lyons, momentum on his side here. He needs to keep this up. Just get up ahead of steam. Don't take too long though. No, he catches Aldridge. If he can recover though, he'll move. We saw that before. Just poised. And went for a drop kick in Aldridge. I think he somewhat baited him. I think Luke Aldridge knew what was coming as he hits a running kick to Johnny Lyons. This match has gone back and forth a bunch of times. Cover again, 1, 2, and does not get it. This could have been either man's contest, but has gone back and it's gone forth. Hang on, he's hooked him up. Oh, and drops him down. Goes to the cover here. And he kicks out of it. And Aldridge just showing frustration. I mean, Lyons is a tough competitor. Bram's going to be a tough competitor as well. And if Aldridge is struggling with Lyons, he may be struggling with Bram. That said, perhaps he and Popoff been specifically focusing on Bram. I do not know. He's bent the ropes. Oh, he pick him up. Hang on, Lyons. And drops with a cradle DDT. That's now another time that Aldridge has gone faces on the canvas. Lyons hooks the leg, goes to the win, but doesn't get it again. And the exile Luke Aldridge proving his mettle, proving why he versus Bram is worthy of a spot on Resolution, proving why he versus Bram may surprise a lot of people, and why Bram may not get the victory he's hoping for, because if he's not watching this match, if he has not been preparing for Luke Aldridge, Aldridge has this one in the bag, I think. But as for Johnny Lyons, we know what he can do. Musso knows what he can do. When the title's on the line, will it be different? Oh, Aldridge tried to stay up but couldn't. He tried to keep his balance and he hits the middle rope. He's lying at an awkward angle too. They're calling for a telephone area code. It doesn't apply to the UK obviously. And hits the line cutter. And Aldridge goes to the floor. That was quite smart on Aldridge's part. Knew what was coming, tasted the line cutter and immediately went to the floor. And of course he cannot be pinned, so Lyons had to go after him. Expend time and energy rolling him back in. Hooks the leg. He's going to end it here. Oh, but a shoulder barely comes off the canvas for Luke Aldridge. And that was what he needed. That couple of seconds rolling to the floor, creating distance, just to give him enough reserve of energy to get a shoulder up. Lyons setting up to the line cutter. Goes for it again, but Aldridge out of it. And right to the eyes. Blatant tactics. Oh, and you talk about blatant. Gives him a low blow. Ref's calling for the bell. I think he's thrown this one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Aldridge has been disqualified. Your winner, Johnny Lyons.
Tenacious Johnny Lyons gets the victory, but it's thanks to Aldridge being disqualified. A blatant low blow. Oh, he's got the microphone.
Tenacious Johnny Lyons. You have had everything this year in W3L. You were in the championship match, the W3L Wrestling Showdown Championship. You were in that tournament. You were in the 7 Deadly Sins tournament to crown the #1 contender for the W3L Heavyweight Championship. You ended up winning that tournament. But where was I in all of this, eh? Where was Aldridge? What about me? What about Aldridge? I wasn't in that tournament. For far too long, I had been second guessed, underappreciated. My talent has been wasted in this company since day one. I should be in that championship tournament, not you. I am the exile Luke Aldridge. I've got one answer for you.
And Lyons, he's heard enough. Taking it to Aldridge. I went for it again, line cutter, but Aldridge is having none of it. He took one earlier. That's all he wants to take this evening.
Luke Aldridge, you're nothing but a coward and a cheater. And you cheated these fans out of a clean winner. But there's one winner today, And it ain't you. The record books will show that I won. I defeated League Aldridge. I helped with all of you people that could have been it. Thank you very much.
Johnny Lyons gets the victory in that match, but I mean, Luke Aldridge just had a blatant low blow and seemed happy to throw the match out. He's proved how dangerous he is, and hopefully Bram was watching that contest, because if he's underestimating Luke Aldridge, it could be curtains for him at Resolution 12. Particularly like the fact, as we saw here on Showdown, Luke Aldridge has been receiving guidance from the genius Lanny Poffo. This makes him all the more dangerous, and I think he could have wrapped that match up against Johnny Lyons had he intended to. I'm getting notifications here from W3L Manager about Resolution, one of which I'll tell you about after our next match. Before I get to that, what about Johnny Lyons? He's facing off against the merchandise Mike Musso, a man he's never beaten. The heavyweight title's on the line. He put in a strong showing against Luke Aldridge. So many variables, that is why you want to be part of Resolution 12. Again, 19 days and counting, get your tickets. I'll tell you how in just a minute. Now, the tag team scene has certainly been shaken up in recent months here in the Worldwide Wrestling League. Prince Assad and Saqib Ali are your brand new tag team champions for the second time, and every combination of wrestlers, every tag team you can name is lining themselves up in the hope of getting a shot at the champions. Never more so than with the next two teams we are about to see facing off against each other. Now, a few weeks ago we saw TJ Rage taking on Mark Anthony in singles competition. Tension somewhat boiled over, challenges were issued backstage, and a tag team match has been assigned. So TJ Rage and Krieger are going to take on Mark Anthony and Nick Gray in this contest. Will this be enough to propel either team up the title contender ranks? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But let's go down to ringside right now for some tag team action here on Wrestling Showdown.
And here we go, straight forward to your second match. It was tag team action. Didn't even get an introduction here. The match is immediately broken down. And Mark Anthony and Nick Gray in the black t-shirts taking on TJ Rage and Krieger in the purple singlets. I'm sure you saw a couple weeks ago it was TJ Rage versus Mark Anthony. Rage got the victory. Anthony was not happy with that, said how about you bring a tag partner and I'll bring one. He chose Nick Gray, who we saw facing Mike Musso last week, and TJ Rage picked Krieger, who he's teamed with here at W3L before. And we have this match, and obviously Anthony and Gray, two newcomers to W3L, not happy with the outcome, not happy with Rage and Krieger decided to jump before the bell. Anthony goes down, and Gray with the headbutt, and Mark Anthony's voice could be a lot higher, quite frankly, after that one. And he gets booted out of the ring. Referee's trying to gain some control, and it's not really happening. Lovely move here, back suplex into the reverse neckbreaker as Krieger goes for a cover, and Anthony went to break out as a fraction too late and hitting his own partner. This isn't working out well for Anthony and Gray at all, is it really? I'm honestly not sure if they've teamed before, they possibly have, but it's not really going their way. Rage and Krieger have teamed before, certainly here in W3L and elsewhere as well. And they work so fluidly. When you consider that Rage helped train Krieger to wrestle, you can understand why. And Anthony don't think he knows where he is, doesn't know where Krieger is. Lovely corkscrew back elbow. Krieger in for a cover. And I think we're getting some order now. Rage has got the apron, Nick Gray's climbing back up. This crowd's firmly on the side of Rage and Krieger. As a unit, they've only been in WFL really sporadically. I believe last time we saw them here was back in December on Wrestling Showdown. They took on the very good Mr. Yunji back in Tim Wiley. So they've not had like the longest tag team run here in WFL. Nick Gray puts a knee into Krieger's spine and he changes focus, looks after Nick Gray, and Mark Anthony jumps him from behind. A lot of Krieger's inexperience showing there, though. He's been going for about 4 years or so. So as Anthony distracts the ref and then throws him into TJ, and it's not easy trying to move a man the size of TJ Rage back into his corner. He's annoyed, and understandably so. Anthony goads him as Gray chokes Krieger in the corner. So referee really needs like a second referee. He needs eyes in the back of his head when you've got matches a bit like this. So yeah, Rage and Krieger would love to make a run at the Tag Team Championship. Of course, Prince Assad and Saqib Ali are your tag team champions. It would be great for Rage Krieger if they were able to get a tag team championship match against them. Gray and Anthony would like that as well if it comes to it. Gray's already tasted championship challenging success. Just last week he's making so okay, he didn't win it, but you know, he got to challenge for the heavyweight title. And of course, all four men looking at Resolution 12 in September. They want to be part of that historic event, and it will be, I'm sure. Krieger clamps on that side headlock. But Gray fires him at the ropes and comes off on the side and caught him a bit unawares, I think. Ran through that shoulder tackle. And Anthony and Gray, changed their mind. But it took too long. Krieger got a foot up and just elbows Mark Anthony off the apron. Gray and Anthony do know each other. They've trained together, I believe. So they're no strangers, but certainly in the early going, the more fluid team was TJ and Krieger. Krieger's been caught, and he hits that Enzugiri, and Anthony's trying to hold himself up and falls at the corner. Krieger's a tall man, maybe able to get to TJ quite easily. This crowd willing Krieger on, and he slaps the hand of TJ Rage, and he's a powerful guy. You don't want to be with him. Anthony felt that a couple of weeks ago. Now it's Nick Gray's turn, and TJ is exploding through them. He's like TNT personified. Maybe I should have said he's DDT personified, because that's exactly what he's done. And Anthony's grabbed him. He's going to set up for a chokeslam, it looks like. But TJ just breaking the grip. Look at the power of TJ Rage. And hits a spear. Cuts him in half for that one. You see the power of TJ Rage. Comes as no surprise, he's a personal trainer when he's not wrestling. TJ Rage asking the crowd if they want to see him end this match. Anthony doesn't know where he is. I don't think he knows what country he's in. Stumbling round, and up he goes. And rakes the face of TJ and hits the big boot. This is shades of their last match against each other. And here comes Gray, who lifts TJ with ease. That's not easy. And power slams him down. Nick Gray showing he's got a powerful guy. I'm not even sure Nick Gray's the legal man, but the referee's counting it. I think he's lost all control as to who's doing what. This would be huge for Anthony and Gray. Their second appearance in W3L, and they defeat TJ Rage and Krieger. That surely catapult them up the tag team championship contention ranks. Mark Anthony directing traffic here. And sent Nick Gray. Krieger's been dispatched, it looks like. I think he's been flown across the building somewhere. What's Nick looking for? He's gone under the ring. And he's found something anyway. It's a chair. He's got a chair. This will be a disqualification. If he hits TJ with this, it's a disqualification. Maybe they don't care about the wins and losses, maybe they just want some revenge. Sets it up. And he nails his own partner. And Anthony collapses yet again. And Nick Gray doesn't know what to do. He's going for another crack at it. And now he has himself. Well, that chair didn't pan out, did it? Krieger is back. Beautiful super kick. Gray goes up. And TJ holds on to him and slams him down. Straight in for a cover, hooks the leg and scores the pin. TJ Rage and Krieger with a big victory here in Showdown. So it's great to see them back in tag team action, and surely they'll be aiming themselves at the tag team championship and the current champions Prince Assad and Saqib Ali.
TJ Rage and Krieger gain a dominant victory over Mark Anthony and Nick Gray, and ladies and gentlemen, as that notification I received from management earlier has confirmed, this means that Rage and Krieger will be heading to Resolution 12 in just 19 days' time, where they are going to receive a shot at the W3L Tag Team Championship. This means it's Princess Ad and Saki Believe versus TJ Rage and Krieger for the tag team titles at Resolution 12. What will happen? Can Rage and Krieger make it work for them? Can they raise the belts the first time? Or will Assad and Ali hold on to those titles with a firm grip like they have been doing? Only time will tell, and you can find it by being there in person. And of course, it's not just Resolution 12. We have got Geisley and Todmorden that Saturday and Sunday with all the Resolution Fallout. Bram will be there at all three events. Come out and see us if you can at all of those contests, or at least one of them, but come along and see as many live W3L events as you can. Get your tickets from our website. We're at w3lwrestling.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to the channel you're currently watching. It's just one button click, and make sure you engage with us by using the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. By subscribing to all our social media platforms, you'll find out what's happening in W3L first as it happens and as it gets announced. And then come back here in 7 days' time for more Wrestling Showdown. We'll have 2 more matches for you, more news about Resolution, and so much more besides. I'll see you in 7 days.